We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm John McQuiston. Tomorrow is Monday. You might have to go back to work, and if you haven't done it already, you have to file your tax return. If you have waited, you have company, and tax professionals have some advice for you. ABC 7's Trevor Shirley has that story.
If you do owe the IRS, they want that check cut on the 15th.
Tomorrow is tax day, yes, but it also marks a significant anniversary in American history. It was April 15th, 1947, that Jackie Robinson played his first game with the Brooklyn Dodgers. This week, a feature film came out that details his journey, called 42. But at least one Suncoast man needs no movie to remind him what Jackie Robinson means.
Jackie Robinson, a black man in white baseball.
It seemed incredible at the time. Blacks and whites, so separate in so many parts of society, playing together in Major League Baseball.
They needed more than an athlete. They had plenty of athletes.
Roy McBean remembers the anticipation. As a young man in New York at the time, his hopes and those of many rode on the shoulders of the young man from California that the Brooklyn Dodgers chose to integrate the game.
Yes, there had to be nervousness. And it had to be the right person, because they said you can't fight back. You have to be able to endure the suffering that you're going to experience. And he did.
The story of his perseverance in the face of the racism of the time has become the stuff of legend and a story for Hollywood. But the one just released is not the first.
Don't you want to play baseball this season?
What good will that do me? Baseball's one sport they'll never let me in.
In 1950, the Jackie Robinson story starred Jackie Robinson.
Come on, Jackie, we don't want trouble.
I'm the cause of the trouble, Mr. Ricky. Maybe you'd like to call it off.
They both tell the tale about how he opened America's pastime to Americans of any color. And the day it became official, when he played for the Dodgers, April 15th, 1947, stands as maybe the most momentous day in American sports.
Overwhelmed with joy, because it seemed at that time to be a major step forward in terms of the racial condition in the country.
A condition that was not good. Baseball was not the only profession that denied blacks an equal chance to ply their chosen trade. One man playing baseball began to change that.
A lot of other careers began to open up for blacks that were not available before Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson, he says, used baseball to become a civil rights pioneer and wants the new film about him to teach a new generation about the man who broke barriers in baseball and beyond.
You want a player who doesn't have the guts to fight back?
No, I want a player who's got the guts not to fight back.
Icon, hero, I think he was all of that. He was a special man. He did what a lot of men could not do.
I'll give you the guts.
And he did that. Roy McBean says that both he and Jackie were members of the Harlem YMCA and that he used to watch Jackie shoot pool there, and also says that we forget Jackie's greatness in the game of baseball because of all the things his playing meant outside the game. In other news tonight, late last night, a car struck two men trying to cross US 41 near Main Street in Sarasota. Sarasota police say that one of those hit a man in his 30s, needed Bayflight to take him to Blake Trauma Center. The other went to Sarasota Memorial. Police closed a section of northbound 41 while they investigated the crash. They have not said if anyone faces charges. A 23-year-old man suffers critical injuries when a car hits him in Port Charlotte just before 3 o'clock this morning and drives off. They say the car struck Kyle Wells of Port Charlotte as he walked on the shoulder of Vessels Road. FHP searches for the hit-and-run driver, but can only guess that it was a Mercury Grand Marquis that hit the man. Normally we call it Siesta Key, but today you could call it Fiesta Key, thanks to an event called Siesta Fiesta. Got all that? And the Fiesta along the Ocean Boulevard celebrates art that organizers say draws 250 top artists and crafters from around the country. It is a juried event, as they call it, which means that people displaying their wares had to get chosen. They couldn't just pay a fee and set up a table. And it draws large crowds, as if Siesta Key this time of year doesn't do that already. Part of the proceeds from the 35th annual Siesta Fiesta benefit the Siesta Key Village Association. Yesterday, Wendy Ross warned we could see some rain if we went outside today. Here she is again with more on our weather now.